Welcome back to Serious Spoilers. Today I will share a drama comedy movie from 2022 titled Red Rocket. Spoilers ahead. Watch, enjoy, and turn captions on. 2016 Mikey Saber takes a bus to return to his hometown of Texas City. Sporting bruises on his face, he arrives at the home of his estranged wife Lexi and her mother Lil, plus their dog Sophie. Lexi despises Mikey and threatens to call the cops, but he practically begs her to let him crash at her place until he gets back on his feet. He explains his situation to Lexi and Lil regarding his lack of work and current living situation. In the morning, Mikey makes an effort to go out and look for work. It is noted that he hasn't had a real job for 17 years because he has spent all that time working as an adult film star, which is how he met Lexi since she was also a porn star. After admitting this to the potential employers, Mikey is turned away by all of them. He resorts to asking local weed dealer Lindria to let him sell weed for her. She and her daughter June give Mikey Reg's weed, which they believe he will smoke by himself. Mikey rolls up several joints to sell to customers. He also gets back in touch with a neighbor, Lonnie, whom Lexi used to babysit, and is fascinated by Mikey's stories about his porn career. After managing to sell a good amount, Lindria and June agree to continue their deal with Mikey. June asks Mikey about his porn career, but when he goes into graphic detail, she gets put off. Lil tells Mikey to do chores like washing dishes, but he refuses. When she and Lexi threaten to throw him out, he hands them a month's worth of rent. They change their tune, and he takes them out to get donuts to celebrate. At the donut shop, Mikey becomes enamored with the teenage clerk, Rayleigh, aka Strawberry. Mikey attempts to see her again at night after walking back home with Lexi and Lil, but when he rides his bike back to the shop, it is closed. He goes back home and takes a Viagra to have sex with Lexi. Mikey goes back to the donut shop and starts talking to Strawberry, cracking jokes before eventually winning her over. He lies to her and says that he came back home to look after his ailing mother. After smoking a joint with her, Strawberry convinces Mikey to sell weed to the nearby construction workers, since she claims they look miserable. Mikey also learns that Strawberry is a few weeks away from turning 18. Mikey later goes to the mall with Lonnie, who is wearing a jacket to suggest he is a veteran. Mikey sees as two guys harass Lonnie for pretending to be a veteran, and they push him into the fountain. Mikey chastises Lonnie for lying about that and says he can't be associated with someone who does that. Mikey continues going to the donut shop and spends time with Strawberry, even hanging out behind the counter under the guise of helping her with her sats. He sees her kissing another guy her age, Nash. Strawberry explains that she blew Nash at the junior prom. Mikey has her drive to Nash's house to tell him that Strawberry is with him now. Later on, Nash brings his parents to the donut shop to confront Mikey. He steps out trying to act tough, but all three of them kick the crap out of him until Strawberry breaks things up and reaffirms to Nash that they were never a thing. Later on, Mikey and Strawberry have sex for the first time, where she describes him as blessed. He later takes her out on their first date to a strip club, where Strawberry gets a lap dance. Back at home, it is revealed that Lexi has a son, Eric, whom she lost custody of. She asks Mikey to join her in meeting the caseworker from Child Protective Services, but Mikey shows extremely little empathy for Lexi's situation. When Lexi starts asking Mikey where he's been going off to, he crudely tells her off, and she hurls a coffee pot at him, hitting the wall. Mikey and Strawberry go to the pier for another date. There, Strawberry tells Mikey she knows he is a porn star, but she is okay with it. They go back to her house to have sex and film it, and afterwards, Strawberry plays a rendition of Then Time Sinks Bye 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 for Mikey on the piano. Mikey tells Lonnie that he wants to get Strawberry into the porn industry, seeing her as a way to make a comeback. While out driving, Lonnie makes a bad turn on the highway and causes a massive two-twalk or pileup. The two return home, with Mikey telling Lonnie to not mention that they were together at the time of the incident. Later that night, police show up to arrest Lonnie while news trucks come by. The following morning, Mikey watches the news with Lexi and Lil, where Lonnie's lawyer reads a statement from him in which he claims full responsibility for the incident. Mikey runs outside to yell in excitement, only to stop when he sees Lonnie's dad looking at him. Mikey goes to the donut shop with a bouquet of flowers for Strawberry. He asks her to go back to California with him, to which she says yes. She goes inside to tell her boss that she is quitting. Mikey later informs Lexi that he is going back to California, leaving her and her mother with no money again. While Mikey goes to sleep, Lexi and Lil have a smoke and smile at each other with sinister intent. That night, Mikey is woken up when June and her brother Ernesto show up with another guy to rob Mikey of his money and weed, as they were called by Lexi and Lil. The thugs steal the $3,000 that Mikey was saving for the trip. June orders Mikey to leave the room after changing, but Mikey jumps out the window naked and runs to Lindria's house. June and the others arrive, and despite Mikey pleading with Lindria, she is on Lil's side and only leaves Mikey with $200, ordering him to leave town for good, or face dire consequences. Mikey walks through the night and into the day out of town with only a few possessions. He walks to Strawberry's house, where he envisions her greeting him in a bikini, and a tear rolls down his face.
What did you think of the movie? I want to hear your comments below. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until the next spoiler.